Familia de Lucha Libre Online, ¿qué tal? Habla Pedro Vega. I'm here to meet the goal of the interviews, Chris Van Vliet. How are you doing today?
Hola, doing great. That was the extent of my Spanish, by the way. I'm doing amazing, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh my God, this is my one of my dreams to interview you. I'm a big fan. So let's talk about here WrestleCon. You have your merch. The people loves you. What can you talk to me about the people here in WrestleCon?
The cool thing about WrestleCon is like this is like Christmas for us, right? Like WrestleMania week in general is like Christmas. It's so exciting. If you're a wrestling fan, you come here and everybody who you've ever watched throughout their entire careers, they're here. And the cool thing for me is, and you know this, you're making videos, it's like just you and a camera. Like you're making it in like such a vacuum. It's cool to know there's other people on the other side of that camera that are like, hey, I watch your videos.
Yeah, there's so many fans there in Puerto Rico. Chris Van Vliet. I love their interviews. I want you to talk to me about one in specific. You have one interview with the GOAT John Cena. How was that moment to have John Cena one-on-one with you?
You know, they say you shouldn't meet your heroes, but if your hero's John Cena, you know, do whatever you can to try to meet him. I love how introspective he is. Obviously, we talked a lot about wrestling, but we also talked a lot about just like life. And I've said it many times before, but it bears repeating. He said 3 words to me that changed my life. Control the controllable. There's so many things in your life you can't control. You can't control what other people do or say, but what you can control is how you react to those things. And that's something that's always stuck with me from John Cena. Can't just say John, right? You got to say John Cena. Yeah.
But I saw a clip where you said to AJ Styles, here's a photo of me.
Yeah.
I only pay $5 Canadian to take a photo with you in Canada.
Yeah.
What was that moment? What can you recall that moment when you see the first time AJ Styles and you see the AJ Styles right now in WWE?
AJ Styles was my favorite wrestler at that time. He's one of the greatest of all time. That was 2006. And that was when TNA was so hot with the X Division. He had just had that unbreakable 2005 match, which is AJ, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels. And I found out that he was coming to Mississauga, Ontario, a promotion called Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And I said to my buddy Greg, I'm like, we got to go. Like, we get to see AJ Styles in person. And it was AJ Styles. He worked Eric Young in the main event. And then afterwards, there was a meet and greet. And yeah, I've never paid for a photo with a wrestler, but you got to go into the ring, $5 Canadian, and you got a photo. And I remember saying to him, yeah, you know, the interaction was like 10 seconds, but I was like, is it different wrestling in a 6-sided ring? He's like, no, man, it's all the same. Yeah, it's same thing, man. I was like, well, great to meet you. And he's like, yeah, good to meet you too. And then here we are 16 years later and got to meet him again, do an interview with him.
So, well, Chris, thank you for your time. It's an absolute honor having you here in Lucha Libre Online.
Gracias. That is also the extent of my Spanish. But thank you so much. I appreciate you and all the work that you guys do.
Thank you very much, Chris. Este fue Pedro para Lucha Libre Online, porque en español nadie lo hace mejor.